Well, I mean, we've got one of the biggest bodies of water in the Mojave Desert out here at our reservoir, and the local community enjoy the reservoir, uh, for picnicking and things of that nature. They get to come out, they get to walk on the boardwalks, they get to see things that other people can't see. I hope that they learn how valuable their volunteer program is to the organization. Uh, I hear it a lot from them that they couldn't operate without volunteers, and I know that to be true. I volunteered over at Death Valley National Park for a few months before I came over here, and they rely heavily on volunteers. We have to make sure we protect what we have and keep it around for future generations.
My role out on the refuge is really explaining what refuges are, promoting conservation, and even during a corrective action, explaining why the regulation exists, why it's important, and also promoting the work of my coworkers who support me. I am just, if I am at all worthy of this award, is because I am the visible interface to the public. That's an accumulation of all the great work that they do. These people actually really prop me up. And so without them, I wouldn't be able to function or be as successful or have the bragging rights that I have with the public of all the great stuff and efforts and passion that my coworkers have. Since the pandemic began, we've seen an uptick in visitation out in refuges. People are seeking these outdoor exploration opportunities and some solitude, and have really kind of, it's dawned on them that being an urbanite 24/7 is necessarily a formula for a healthy lifestyle. And so I think we can capitalize on that opportunity with a lot of new people visiting public lands and getting outdoors and paying attention.
We're like you, we want to protect the planet for future generations. Go visit a national wildlife refuge. It seems only the national parks get all the publicity, and you don't see much on national wildlife refuges, but they're even more important than national parks, I believe, because I think they encompass more. And I think that's important to get our profile up with the public so they know about us and come visit us.
I don't want to be the front guy, but no, we all know that no individual does really anything by themselves. I've had so many good people I've worked with, and I'm the front person. I'm the speaker for them. Essentially, I've had a team, not just in this with our establishment, the Green River National Wildlife Refuge, but through my whole career. And I just want to represent them well. I don't want to be. This is not about me. This is about everyone who works with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service I've worked with. It's about the conservation community. I'm just the one who received the award, so I want to be a good spokesman for them. I guess that's number one. It's made my family extremely proud, and that has meant a lot. I've got 4 grandchildren. I have a party thrown for me about every other day with balloons and cards they've made, telling me how great I am. So I'm feeling pretty good. We've got to do a better job of focusing, like I said earlier, on 3 or 4 or 5 things that we really need to do as a nation, as a group. And I think you can do no more good than habitat preservation conservation, in my mind.
And so it's very important to me personally, but it's also very important as a way of showing people what you can do to help the refuges, the wildlife, the habitat, to use this to promote. You can get involved, you can do things, you can help, and everybody can play a role. So I think it's very important to have that model of what people can do and should do to protect and preserve our natural heritage here. Push the politicians to do what they need to do and show them the direct impacts of what is happening to our land, our water, our wildlife, our habitat, everything. It is absolutely critical, and we're on the forefront here. This is the living laboratory of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, please enjoy us on September 14th for the award ceremony in Washington, D.C., and I'll be there.
Join us in Washington on September 14th.
Join us September 14th in Washington, D.C.
Hey, everyone, please join us in Washington, D.C. on September 14th for the National Wildlife Refuge Association Awards Ceremony.
So please join us on September 14th in Washington, D.C. to enjoy the ceremony, to meet the people involved, and to learn how you can contribute and help and get involved and really get excited about the whole enterprise.